morning. Welcome to Crochet with Nonna Rosanna. I'm Rosanna. And today's a very early good morning. It's I got up at 5:30 and I don't know why. It's 6:30 now and I've done my exercises. I've cooled down. My husband's still in bed. I still need to shower, but I thought I'll get this done. I'll be heading to the hospital. My mom was admitted on Tuesday and one of her lungs keeps filling up with fluid, so she's finding it very difficult to breathe. The chemo part went really well. She was tired for the first few days, started feeling better, and then started having problems breathing because of the fluid again. So she's been admitted, but there are no beds available. So she's been in the ER, and she's in a little corner, so it's not too bad. So she's getting a little bit of rest. So I have been visiting her every morning, and yesterday I spent the whole day there because she gets nervous when the doctors come in, not sure what, she doesn't retain it, and I understand. I would be the same way. So we were waiting for one of the doctors, and he didn't show up till after 2, so I spent the whole day with her because at 5 o'clock they were going to put a shunt, I believe, in her lung, so that way they could keep draining the fluid and she doesn't have to have in, invasive surgery every week or two to have the fluid drained from her. So this is going to be a shunt that's there, and then a nurse is going to be going to her home every few days, draining it and fixing it up again, from what I understand. So I'm spending a lot of time at the hospital and got some knitting done there. It's hard to bring in crochet because I need so much more yarn than with knitting. So I've been sticking with the knitting. So that's what's happening with me. So I'm spending most of my days at the hospital, and my mom loves me there. Like, you know, it was 5 o'clock and my dad showed up and she goes, "Oh, do you have to leave?" I go, "Mom, I got to go home. I got laundry. I've got shopping to do," which I'm hoping to do shopping this afternoon. And she's scared, and I don't blame her. And we're all scared for her, but we're praying and hoping that she can make it through this round of chemo. It's her 6th time going through chemo, so doctors are worried about her heart and her liver and her kidneys. So that's what's going on. So a lot of stress. I'm tired. I sat in the hospital for 7.5 hours yesterday, and I'm exhausted. So, and my husband says, "Don't worry." When he was, worrying about his mom, he felt the same way. So things are going okay. I think they may release her today or tomorrow, but I'll find out. I'm making the video, and then I'm heading right over to my mom's. It's Friday morning, and this will be released on Saturday morning. So let's get started with the WIPs. So like I said, I've been knitting a bit at the hospital. I just find it easier just to bring one skein of yarn to knit, but I brought a few over the week. So let me get started. So, oops, the tag just fell. Hold on. Sorry about that. So I've been knitting some dishcloths. So this is the one I'm working on now. And the pattern is Simple Dishcloth by Knits a Bits. And I will put everybody that I mentioned linked down below. So I did that for about an hour and a half yesterday afternoon after the doctor showed up while we were waiting for the other doctor. And this is made from Mary Maxim dishcloth cotton. And I believe I'm on my 4th one, and I still have a lot in this skein. So it is 100% cotton. And the color is no color name, just a dye lot. And it's from Mary Maxim, and I believe it's an older one. I'm not even sure if they still have it. So that's my first WIP. And continue with the knitting. I've been knitting some hats for my mother, and the first one is made with impeccable yarn, and I love the color. I believe it's called Jean Indigo. But that's the color, and my colors are turning out fantastic today on my computer screen, so I'm very happy about that. So I got quite a bit done. Last time you saw it, I was right here. So I got all this done, and I'm at the point. My mommy's got a tiny head, and when her hair, they say she's going to lose her hair. So I'm going to start decreasing now. And I the only pattern I've ever seen, and I'm not even sure if I can read it. I watched a tutorial. Is the basic beanie from Ross, Smells Like Yarn, and I will link him below. And so, I change it up. This is a 2x2 ribbing at the bottom. So that's the first hat I worked on. So I'm going to be starting the decreasing now on this hat. And I'm not sure how this one might be a bit big for my mother. I'm using Loops and Thread Soft and Shiny. It's like a, oh, what is that called? Oh, I can't remember. I'm so sorry. It's a very shiny yarn. So that's the color. It's really coming out great. I can't believe how well the color's turning out today. So I've been knitting on this, and I think I might be using needles that are too big, but I use the recommended needle size. So I did a little bit more than I should have, but I don't know how to tink. They call it tink it back. I don't know how to tink it, and I don't put a lifeline in because it's just round and round knitting. So last time I had this, I had just started the main portion of the hat, and this ribbing is a 3x2. So 3 knits, 2 purls, 3 knits, 2 purls. So that's how far I've got that. So I'll be decreasing, and I'll probably be decreasing a little bit quicker than what the pattern calls for, the Ross's pattern. So that's my, I guess my third WIP. And so that's my knitting. And I have my treadmill squares. So this is this week's treadmill squares. And what I use is just scraps. So, I've got a whole bunch of different colors. And now some of my scraps are too small. So just a few more. So I do basically 2 a day. So I just put a black border on this one. And all the yarns are all different thicknesses. They're all a 4 worsted weight, but all yarns are not made the same. So, but once they gets, I'm going to do the continuous join because I find that very easy, and then it's not a big border, and the numbers work out great for wheelchairs. So this is this week's. And then what I've got beside me here are my other weeks. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to put these all in a project bag, take them to the hospital with me, and I'm going to weave in all my ends. So that's my plan for today at the hospital. So I've got all these. So I believe this will make 2 more wheelchair lapgans. So this is what I've been doing, and plus the blanket last week that I put in for wheelchair lapgans. I'm not sure where I'm going to put these so they don't fall over. I'll put them here. So that's my job today at the hospital while I'm talking to my mom and reminiscing and just having a good time with her. It's actually quite nice. We were talking when my brother and I were like 6 and 7 years old, and I do remember some of the stories she's telling me. So it's quite nice, and I do like spending time with my mom. It's just hospitals are a very depressing place. So let's see. I've been working on my book cover inspiration, and that will be coming out, I believe, Monday. Got to hurry. I'm almost finished with it. I'm working on the border now, so I'll work on that this weekend and put my book cover inspiration video out, and then I will reveal next month's book. The only other item I've been working on, my top, my summer top, has not seen any love at all. It's still sitting in the project bag exactly the way it was last week. So haven't done that, but I will definitely start because I really want to try and make myself some summer tops this year. But the other one, which I love, is my Nan's Next Knots. And if you're new, Nan starts off at the beginning of the project, and she asks you to find 8 yarns and a base yarn. And she does give you a pattern to make a blanket. I'm making wheelchair lapgans, and it's a very simple pattern with an open stitch and double crochets on either side. So every week she draws a number out of a hat, and that's the color you use. And basically I've got my chart here, and my number 1 is purple tweed, then I've got purple, then light jasmine, navy tweed, navy, light blue, light periwinkle. My main color this time I'm using is a red heart, and it is spring green. Love this color. I find it such a happy color. So last week she drew number 3 again. So that's how far I've gotten. So number 3 was the first one. And like I said, I started. So number 3 is 10. So if you're making a bigger blanket, it's the 10th week. But I finished my first wheelchair lapgan. So this is the second one. So we got light jasmine again. That's not turning out purple the way it should be. But what happens if I bring it closer? Well, you can see it a little bit. Like light blue was underneath. That's a light blue. And that's the light jasmine. So I'm quite happy with the way this is turning out. I think it's a beautiful spring blanket, and I really enjoy it. I did it last night again. Thursday nights, if a hockey game is on, it takes me 2 periods to do the row that is picked for the week, and then the base row. So this took me 2 periods, 20 minutes, add penalties and all in there, and stoppage, probably about under an hour at least while watching the hockey game. And our Toronto lost last night. Tampa Bay came back. So it's going back to Tampa Bay now. And Toronto has won 3 games and Tampa Bay has won 2. So we're hoping to finish it Saturday night. We would like to get to the next round in the playoffs. We haven't done that in years. So that's Nan's Next Knots. And those were the items that I'm working on. I'll be working on this weekend. And for my finished items, I have 3. I have the simple washcloth. I got one done, and I started the other one. And that's by Knits and Bits. Still have to tie in my ends. But this is I brought home from the hospital yesterday. So that's my first finished item. My second finished item, and I'm so happy it turned out so well. It is the Granny Hexi cardigan by, I don't have her name, Passion Knits maybe, by Kelsey. I took the basic beginning of it and didn't make it a cardigan. I made it a tunic or a sweater. And still got my stitch markers showing the front. But it turned out the colors are perfect right here, I think. And I like it. I made it a little longer so it comes down, covers most of my butt, and a little bit wider so I can wear it with leggings and covers up everything. And I'll have to wear a tank top underneath, but I'm really happy. And I decided to be like my granddaughter, and I left the sleeves wide. I really like it. So I made them to fit me perfect. But, yarn stretches, so there'll be a nice long sleeve. So I'm really happy with it. I love this yarn, and it is, let me get this out here. It is Artistic Palette, and it is a Mary Maxim yarn. And I used almost 4, so I have one more that I am going to make myself a hat out of so I can wear it together in the fall. I think it'll look really great. It's light. It's a number 3 weight, and it is a light 3 weight. Each one has approximately 396 yards, and like I said, I used just under 4 of them, so for 1,600, maybe I used 15. But like I said, I made it extra long and extra wide, so it'll be comfy. And what else? This color is called Cobalt Blue. So really happy the way it turned out. And I just did a single crochet around the neck and around the sleeves and around the bottom, just to, tighten it up and neaten it up. So that's my first finished item. I'm very pleased with it, and I can't wait to wear it. And then my second item, let me just get this out of the way, I'm trying to get at it. I have to move these again, sorry. It is our grandson's birthday today. Happy birthday, Keegan, if you're watching. I know he loves YouTube and he watches, he calls me Rosie. and he watches me all the time, and he wants to be a YouTube influencer when he grows up, and he's watching a couple of them that are made for kids. And this one YouTuber has cats, and Keegan has two cats, and they love cats. And he's got a whole bunch of stuffies, stuffed animals around. So he loves this YouTuber. So I decided to make Keegan a cat. I think it's the cutest little pattern. Well, he's big, and the tail is just sewn at the back like that. And I think it turned out really, really cute. I'm very pleased. He's going to love it because these are the kind of cat stuffies that his favorite YouTuber has. So Keegan, this is for you. Hopefully you won't watch it before your birthday party tomorrow. They're having it at one of those jungle gym parties. So we're going to head over there and just, make an appearance because we have a lot of kids running around, and Paige will be there. So we'll get to see both the grandkids, or all three of them. The baby will be there too. And he'll probably be running around too because he's a wild one and we love it. But so for my kitten, I call it a kitten, I used Bernat stripes in the color. Where is it? There it is. Meadow stripes. And I like the way it turned out. The stripes, carried around a little bit more than one row. So very pleased with that. And the other color I used was a Craftsmart. And the color is light gray. And I can't even see if that's the right color, Craftsmart. So I'm very, very happy how this turned out. So I hope he likes it. I think he will. I think he turned out really good. I tried to use tight tension. And what I started doing, I didn't start, but halfway through I noticed in the tutorial that instead of yarning over, she was yarning under, like just grabbing the yarn. And it does make a tighter, different looking stitch. I think you can see that there. Again, at the bottom, it's just a regular stitch. But it started making it tighter, and I like that. I started it on the Bernat part of it. So I do like the not yarning over, just pulling it through. And my arm was getting sore because I'm a loose crocheter. So I was trying desperately to keep it tight. So I'm really pleased the way it turned out. I'm just trying to get the ears to point a little bit better. So very happy with this. And I think he's going to enjoy it too. He will be getting cash because he loves cash. And we have another gift. He's really started picking up enjoying baseball. So my husband Colin, he went out and got him a glove the other last week. And so we got him a bat for his birthday. So really looking forward to giving that to him and giving him his kitten here. And I believe that's it. So I'll be showering, heading off to my mom at the hospital, hanging out with her for a few hours, sewing in my squares. And I need to do a little bit of grocery shopping. And then hopefully tonight, I'm just going to put my feet up and do some crocheting. I just need to relax. And then tomorrow, we're going to head over to the birthday party for a bit. And those are our plans for this weekend. So I will try and get some of my WIPs done. I'll probably be starting on some new cals because I always do the movie marquee. And I've been doing Judy's Creations flower. And they'll probably all come out on Monday, so I'll be getting ready for that. The little one, Levi's birthday is in July, and I'm going to start his blanket. I saw a fabulous race car track blanket that one of the YouTubers was making, and I can't remember her name right now, but I will be showing it to you once I start it. So I want to start that. I've got the yarn for it. I had to order some yarn. Didn't have enough because it's 4-weight held, 2 together. So that'll be a tough one. So I'm going to take my time doing that because that will hurt the wrists also. Sorry, I've got cat flying around here. And that's it. So trying to get some WIPs done. Hopefully get some finished items, and just relaxing this weekend. And we're hoping my mom gets out either this afternoon or tomorrow from the hospital. And all that's on my mom's mind is she wants to go out for dinner. We've made reservations at an Italian restaurant that she just loves. So she keeps saying, "I'll be fine. We'll be good." So she's dying to go there and have her pasta dinner with the shrimps and the mussels in it. So we'll be doing that next weekend, and it'll be early Mother's Day. So we'll be doing that, and then next week I believe we have a couple of doctor's appointments and some blood work that my mom needs to do, and then the following week is 3 days of chemo in a row. So going to get some things done, and we start all over, and hopefully it'll be better now that she has the shunt in her. So I want to say have a very good weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.